Oh, good morning. How are we all doing? And welcome back to the banks of the River Trent. Not so peaceful River Trent. I don't know what the hell that is. Something happening at Keadby power station. Anyway, we are out and we're hoping to chase the Trent Aegir, the tidal bore that we get here on the River Trent. I've done a video like this before and it wasn't brilliant. It wasn't the biggest Aegir, and it's been a while since we've seen a really good one. Look at the sky. How weird's that sky? It's like rainbow coloured. I can pick it up on the camera. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm quietly confident. I am quietly confident because we've got a full moon, we've got a really big tide, we've got a really low river. There's not much fresh water coming down because obviously it's not rained since the dawn of time. So, we've got us coffee, and hopefully we get a decent wave. So, I'm going to do what I did in the last video. I'm going to start at Keadby. Got a little while yet before the tide comes, before the tide turns, and I'm going to follow it down, hopefully, all the way down to Gainsborough. So if we do get a decent wave, I'll talk about the why, who, what, where, when, and all that good stuff. But for the minute, it's just a waiting game. We're a little bit before the turning tide. We've probably got about another 20 minutes, but we need to give a little bit of time for. Obviously, it's natural. It's a natural occurring thing, so it could be a little bit later than planned, a little bit earlier than planned. So it's just a question of waiting and enjoying this. I really hope we can pick that up because it's a really weird sunrise. So hopefully we do get a good one, because the alternative for me this morning is going shopping. So underneath the M1H bridge, we've moved on from Keadby because unfortunately we've not got a real big wave. We've just literally got, I was stood there drinking my coffee and gulping away, watching the world go by, and there was a little noise at the bottom of my feet, and yeah, there was just a little bit of a ripple and the tide change. So annoying this. When are we going to get to see a decent one? I really thought it was in for good one today. Decent conditions, although the wind's picked up a little bit, but never mind. Right, it's just literally just passing now. I don't know if you can hear it. So if you watch the mud line down it, oh, there's a wave, there's a bit of a wave. Excellent. There we go. It's not massive. It's not massive, I'll grant you, but there we go. That's a Trent Aegir. So that's picked up a little bit. Right, let's head a little bit further upstream then. Hopefully, as the river narrows, we should get a little bit more height, but we'll see. And what you get, so that's the main Ager. I believe the waves after are called the Seven Sisters. So what you get is extra waves after it. This is pleasing, this is good. Right, let's go. Let's head further upstream. And before you YouTube police say anything, the Ager travels about 15 miles an hour. And this road that runs alongside, you can definitely still hear it. And this road that runs alongside the river is a 60 mile an hour. So I'm not speeding, I'm not rushing around or anything like that. You could keep up with it if you did it on a push bike, this little journey. But we're going to head 3 or 4 miles further downstream if we can get across this road and without fistling myself in all these long grasses. Anyway, shut up, Orla. Come on, let's go. Right, so headed up upstream towards Susworth. You might recognise this place from the last Tidal Trent video that I did. This is a confluence with the River O, and a really good place to see the Ager because you'll see it break all along down here. And my ball back, mister. Alright, so if you're unsure what the Ager actually is, the Ager is the River Trent's tidal bore, similar to what we get on the River Severn. So at certain times of the year, you get a big tide coming in from the North Sea down the Humber, and as the River Trent shallows and narrows, it forces the water up into a wave. Now, 20-30 years ago, when I was a kid, I can remember seeing them all the time, really big waves, really big ones. But I think they've dredged down just past Keadby, which has made obviously the river deeper, so it's affected it. And I think it goes through, obviously the tides are affected by the moon, all that sort of stuff. And I think it goes in some sort of cycle, I've read as well somewhere. So whether that's affected it, I don't know, but it's been easily 15 years since I've seen a really good one. But we've got a little bit of one today, so we've been part lucky, I suppose. But again, it's just a question of waiting now. As I said before, it moves about 15 miles an hour, and we've come about 5 miles up from where we was at the M180 bridge. So another 10 minutes, it should be here. And without being that person to state the obvious, if you do come and try and catch a glimpse of the Ager when there is a chance of catching one. Incidentally, there is a Facebook group, Ager Ahoy. There's loads of videos and pictures and things on there, and there's a gentleman called, what's his name, Angus Townley, I believe his name is. He puts all the the Ager times, and gives them a rating of 1 star to 5 star, obviously 5 star, potentially a good one. I think today's a 2 star, so we're not done too bad. So yeah, so a gentleman called Angus Towns, I'm sure it's Angus Townsley. So if you're watching this, Angus, thank you for putting all the times up. If I've got your name wrong, I do apologise. But yeah, go and check the Facebook page out, Ager Ahoy it's called, Ager spelled A-E-G-I-R. Yeah, I don't want to be that person, but it goes without saying, if you do come and do anything near the Trent, especially coming to watch this on a rising tide like this, give it respect. Because if you go in there on a big rising tide, it'll have you and you ain't coming out. So please be careful, please respect it. Stay well away from the water, because we've all seen what's happening, haven't we, in the news, with people going swimming and daft things like that. But even at any time of the year, just respect it, because it's a big river, it's a big tidal river. And if you go in, the chances are you ain't coming out. Alright, so there's a change of the tide. See, the waves died down again now. It's bizarre. There's not even a break of a wave on the far bank or anything. Right, here we go. So we've gone from a bit of a wave to not much of a wave, and just a turn of the tide again, like it was down at Keadby. It is so unpredictable, it really is. I was looking down river there and I couldn't see very well, that sort of reflection to make it a bit of a trick of the eye, and I thought there was a bit of a wave there, but clearly not. Naturally occurring things like this, they're so annoying. They really are so annoying. I got all hopeful then back at that bridge that we might actually get a decent wave as it narrows up. Saying that, it's still quite wide here, so right, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to head further down, because there is some narrower spots as it gets towards Gainsborough. It does narrow up a little bit, but why? Damn you, I can't shake my fist hard enough at this river sometimes. I love it, but it is so annoying. Right, so I've just come a little bit further upstream. I'm just keeping an eye out on this corner, see if I can see anything breaking on the other side, but I think we're just going to get a ripple again. Oh, it's so annoying. But it's a naturally occurring thing. It's nature. It's going to do what it'll do what it wants to do, and you've got to respect that. It's just one of them things, isn't it? But nonetheless, if you're new to the channel, welcome. It's an absolute joy and a pleasure to be talking to you and have you along for whatever this nonsense is. But you are fabulously welcome. You are fabulously welcome. And if you enjoy this sort of thing, if you enjoy things about the River Trent and naturally occurring letdowns, feel free to humour me and give the video a thumbs up. Drop us a comment if you've got any questions on the Ager or the River Trent or anything in general. As long as it's not maths, don't ask me any maths questions. Drop them in the comments. And if you really like this sort of thing, if you like hiking, the River Trent, wild camping, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and it'd be an absolute joy to be talking to you on a regular basis. I really thought we'd get a good wave today, because we have got some pretty decent conditions, although the wind has picked up, which isn't ideal. And I think it's changed. It seems like it's changed direction, because obviously the wind can affect it if it's pushing the water up or if it's slowing it down. The height of the river affects it. If it's a full moon, obviously if you've got a big tide, full moon, that'll help it. And if there's not much water, fresh water coming down, that'll affect it as well. Yeah, it's one of them things. Everything's got to, all the little pieces of the puzzle have got to fall into place. And as I said before, I think they've done a lot of dredging down past Keadby, and that's affected it over the past few years. But if you go and search on YouTube, just search River Trent Aegir, there are some fabulous videos from sort of 10-15 years ago. They're not great quality videos, because obviously some of them look like they've been filmed on a potato, but they are brilliant, and it shows you the Ager as it should be, or as I remember it from when I was a kid. Do you know what I really hope? One day this video gets used in schools to educate children on disappointment and false optimism. You couldn't make it up. That last little bit of filming I did, the water was that ripply and casting shadows that whatever ripple or wave went by, and I didn't even notice. So I've come straight down to Gainsborough, because this is going to be the only last sort of chance we're going to get to see any sort of whatever wave or ripple of the incoming tide we can see, because it's a little bit narrower here and a little bit shallower, and there's a little bit of mud, like similar to what it was at the back at the motorway bridge there, where we saw the wave go past. So hopefully in 10-15 minutes we might get to see something, but we're going to have a look anyway. One day I'm going to get to see this Ager, and I'm going to get to film it for you properly. I promise you that. By hook or by crook, it'll happen. Right, so we've reached Gainsborough. It's really low, as you can see. It's really low, really narrow. So we should see a little bit of a breaking wave down there on that mud bank, in amongst the graveyard of shopping trolleys and traffic cones. And if you're familiar with the story of King Canute trying to turn back the tide, this is where it happened. And the Ager and the incoming Trent tide was what King Canute have reportedly tried to turn back, just down there. Alright, you can just see it breaking on the other side of the bank. So we should see down here. Follow it on the other bank. Right, so we've got a little bit of a wave there, didn't we? And it wasn't too bad, to be fair, but I think Gainsborough's probably the narrowest part on the Tidal, actually, with the flood defences and whatnot we've got here. So we always get that funneling effect anyway, and it does make it seem a little bit bigger this end, but yeah, I really thought we was going to get a decent one today, but we got a little bit one at the end, didn't we? I don't think there's any more decent ones due this year. So hopefully next year there might be some good ones and we can go once again chasing the Ager. But we saw a little bit of a wave and we had a little bit of a wander on a Saturday morning, didn't we? So once again, thanks for watching. As always, give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed whatever it is, even if it is just to humour me. But thanks once again for sticking around and for watching to the end, and I'll catch you all very soon, wherever that one may be.